I should be writing number 482 for March 5th, 2020. I'm back.
But I should be writing. I should be working on my craft. I should be writing. I should be submitting my next draft. But I'm sitting home watching Doctor Who.
Hi there, welcome to I Should Be Writing, the podcast for wannabe fiction writers. I'm your host, Myrrh. And if you looked at the title of the episode and freaked out, don't worry. I'm talking about quitting, not talking about quitting. There's a difference. It sounds better in my head. So anyway, like I said, during the little metacast, I had a family member go into the hospital, which was taking up a bit of my time every day, and a whole lot of my mental and emotional energy, so I kind of had to scale everything back. So now I'm behind on everything and trying to catch up, which is its own level of stress. But I'm also trying to take care of myself, and I got up early this morning and did some yoga, and you're supposed to, be all present on the mat and stuff. But my mind wanders. I think everybody's does. And I thought about all the times I've done yoga, and I always feel like I'm in a beginning stage, even when I've gone to classes. I'll do it long enough to see improvements, and then I quit. And then I thought, have I ever sat down to say, I quit yoga? And no. It's a matter of deciding not to do it one day, and then getting sort of caught in inertia. Or if not caught in inertia, it's easier to do the routine of not doing something than doing it. I guess it's not a routine if you don't do it, but rest days for exercise routines are murder for me, because if I take one day off, I'll probably take another day off. And then that just sort of blew my mind there on the yoga mat, stretching very poorly, thinking, this is how people quit. There's no... Well, there is. I know maybe 3 people who've stood up and said, you know what? I don't want to be a writer. I quit. And that's their prerogative. And, it's not like anybody took away their writing card. They can come back to it anytime they want. But they made a declaration that they are going to quit. But for most of us, quitting something is just a matter of not doing it every day. You don't say I quit forever. You say I'm not going to do it today. And then those days of not doing it pile up. A couple of weeks ago I said people are very hard on themselves when it comes to, I didn't write yesterday. Oh God, I suck. I'm a complete loser. I'll never get anything published. I'll never get anything published again. When really you just didn't write that day, and you can change that tomorrow. And I still believe in that, but I felt like something was missing. And I think this is the other half. The other half is you can pick it up tomorrow. And you do need to give yourself some slack, because beating yourself up never works. Ask anybody who's addicted to something. Telling yourself you're absolutely worthless, you're terrible, you're awful, you're weak. That doesn't help your addiction. That often just makes you feel bad, so you turn to your addiction to make you feel better. But on the other hand, what makes quitting happen is not doing something every day. And it's taken me 4 days to actually get the mental stability and emotional stability. I had not been like a wreck. It's just I've been getting tired very easily, and I guess sort of bordering on depression, just trying to get back into work. But I thought, are there people out there who are thinking I'm quitting? As here I was trying to start the new year with getting better with podcasting, getting more consistent. And then I take 3 weeks off. I had a good excuse, but then I think about the people who manage to keep doing things. I don't know. It's rough. So some may see it as the ultimate procrastination to say, I'm a writer, and I didn't write today, but I'll write tomorrow. But that's true. The key thing is you need to actually do it. Look back on your pattern of whether you've done something regularly or not. And ask yourself if you are on the path to quitting. Because I could say I quit yoga many times. I quit writing once. And I've been so infrequent with writing lately is I'm getting deep into my own head and questioning every narrative decision I make. And I read other people's stuff and think, dang, that's good. How'd they come up with that? I couldn't come up with anything that clever. I think it all comes down to being kind to yourself and remembering that don't let inertia drag you down. It is an incredibly powerful force for a force that just sits there. But anyway, I'm back. And I'm posting this today for Patreon, posting a new Ditch Diggers today for Patreon, posting this tomorrow for everybody else. If you want to support the Patreon, get early episodes, get some personal stuff from me, that's patreon.com/MightyMur. And you can see the blog and show notes. I've got a couple of announcements. That's right. Haha. There have been some stuff announced lately. Let's see. First, it was announced that I have a 3-book deal with Ace. And this is something I've had for a while, but we finally got to announce it. So I'm very happy to say. My book is as yet untitled, but I can tell you it's another space murder mystery. And hoping it'll be out next year. Another announcement. I am co-editing with ISBW the Escape Pod 15th Anniversary Anthology. We're going to have some reprints from the site, from the podcast, and we're going to have some new stories from old favorite authors who've been published on Escape Pod. And very excited about that. And that'll be out in the fall, I think. I'm thinking about it on the editorial side of deadlines, not the publishing side. But we just announced it, and I know stuff's due soon. So I'll also have a story in that. This is not me being egotistical. The publisher asked for it, so just saying. And lastly, one thing I did not know was a thing. If you're familiar with the Kindle Daily Deal, where something is on sale for a day, now they're doing a Kindle Monthly Deal, where something is on sale for an entire month. You know, it's pretty obvious where that's going. And I found out that during the month of March, my book, 6 Wakes, which is Hugo and Nebula and Philip K. Dick nominated, will be on sale for like $3 for the Kindle for all of March. So you can even think about it and make your decision later. Just don't wait until the 1st of April, that is. So I think that's all of my announcements. Online, I can be found at murverse.com or Mighty Mur on Twitter. So thank you for listening to me babble on about quitting. Too long, didn't read. I'm not quitting. But consistency helps keep quitting away, because quitting is not doing something every day. So I'm going to think about that. I'm going to get some more writing done today. And hopefully I'll get back on the horse and get back to you with a new episode tomorrow. Because you should be writing and I should be recording. Remember, you can support the show at patreon.com/MightyMur. I should be writing theme music provided by John Anelio. You can find more about him at johnanelio.com. This podcast is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Share-alike license.